Hello, my yogi friends. I'm so excited about today's practice, which is an antidote to boredom. So we're living in some pretty strange times at the moment. Thanks to COVID, it can be a bit lonely for some. You might not be at school at the moment or working, or you could be working from home, which doesn't give you much of an opportunity for, the usual social interactions. And we do know that there can be some negative psychological impacts of things like loneliness or boredom or that kind of thing. So in light of that, today's practice is all about play. We're going to find our inner child and we're going to have some fun. So come join us, grab a bottle of water, a cushion or a blanket can be good if you have it. No dramas if not, you can do it without, not a problem. And I'll see you back on the mat. Just a reminder, if anything hurts at all or just doesn't feel right or comfortable, come out and make the changes that you need. Yoga is going to look and feel different to everyone because we are all different. We all have different bodies. So practice listening to your own body and making any changes you need. Okay, so we're going to begin today's practice coming to all fours, ready for cat-cow. So have your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips, drawing in your abdominals. And we're going to begin with the most important thing we're going to do throughout today's practice, which is smile. So even if you don't feel like it, or you feel silly because you're on your own, still right now give me a massive smile. And the reason I'm asking this of you is because there's actual research to show that the mind-body connection actually works both ways. So if you smile, even if it's fake, just that movement in the body actually sends messages back up to the brain to say, release happy chemicals, she's happy or he's happy. So big smile, continue to do that whenever you remember throughout today's practice. And let's have some fun. So to begin cat-cow, lower your belly to the mat, tilt your tailbone up, chest forward, look forward. And exhale, drawing the belly to spine and chin to chest. Inhale, roll through the spine, chest forward, look forward. And exhale, belly to spine, chin to chest. Now continue doing that with your own breath and start to play. So introduce some movement into it. You might like to just do some little circles as you go through. You might like to do some big circles as you do it. Or you might like to come back and forwards. Do you know what? The possibilities are endless. Play, there's no rules. Have fun and enjoy the movement. And what you'll find is your body actually has quite a lot of wisdom held in it when we get out of the way. And so when you just have no rules and when you do play, your body will ask you to do what it needs. So if you're tight in areas, if you need some more mobility in areas, that's generally what you'll end up doing. Now on your next inhale, come back to a neutral spine. Grab the blanket or pillow or cushion or bolster if you have them. If not, no dramas. If you've got tight hips, it can just help your spine to get in the right alignment because your tight hips aren't pulling it forwards. So just sitting right on the edge of your cushion or mat. And we're going to bring the soles of our feet together into Baddha Konasana. So begin by giving yourself a nice foot massage. Massage places aren't open in a lot of countries, places in the world. So we're just going to have to take matters into our own hands for the moment. So press into the arches of your feet, maybe your ankles. Just a lovely massage everywhere. You might like to draw the soles of your feet open, kind of like a book. You're opening the pages of a book. And then come to stillness, and we're just going to get some movement in our legs. So start to just lift and lower your legs. And it might make sense to you why another name for this posture is butterfly. Getting some lovely movement in there, warming everything up. And having fun. Okay, lovely. So we're going to come to stand now. However, we're going to make it fun. I'm going to take my microphone off because last time I did this, I nearly broke it. So come and place your hands behind your thighs, just below your knees. You might like to cross your legs here too, which can cross your ankles over, which can help. Draw in your abdominal muscles and let's roll. So just rolling through the length of the spine along the mat. Doesn't matter if you just do small movements or if you do large ones. Get your feet all the way over or not. It's just fun. And then on your next roll, challenge yourself. Can you roll up to stand? So roll back, abdominals in, and up we come. All right, so once you're standing at the front of your mat, just check that your feet are hip width distance apart and press down into the mat to come up. Inhale, sweep your hands up and overhead. And as you exhale, left arm over right arm, and give yourself a big hug, a big bear hug. And smile and feel silly. Inner child is loving it right now. Excellent. Now this might be enough for you. You might get a juicy, lovely stretch through the upper back body. Or keep your elbows stacked on top of each other where they are, and then you can bring your hands to eagle arms. Now your hand might be down here or up here, wherever it is fine, or the hug is fine as well. Wherever you are, draw your arms just a little bit. It's a tiny movement away and up a little bit to really get a nice stretch in the upper back body, and breathe. This is so good if you work at a computer, if you spend a lot of time on your phone, maybe gardening, maybe breastfeeding and changing nappies or diapers. We do store a lot of tension across our upper back, so this can feel really nice. And on your next exhale, break free. Give your hands a shake. Shake it out, wobble, wobble. And let's do it again. So pressing away from the mat, drawing your arms up on the inhale. And then exhale, right arm over left arm. Again, the hug that you so deserve. Feel the self-love. And either stay here, keeping the elbows where they are, bringing your hands to eagle. Drawing the elbows up and away from your body. And bringing your mental focus in towards that upper back area that's stretching. Where your mind goes, your breath will follow. So breathing into the upper back. And on your next exhale, breaking free, giving it a wobble. And then coming down to focus again on your feet, this time having your feet together. So your big toes touch and your heels will just be slightly apart. Firstly, focusing on activating your abdominals. So drawing your belly up and back towards your spine. And then helping our balance by finding a drishti. So a drishti is just a spot on the ground in front of you that is still. Don't pick something that moves, it won't work as well. And you can you stare at it. You almost stare through it because you're staring so hard, and that can really help with balance. So once your core is activated, you've found your drishti, bring your body weight to the left side, to your left leg, and then just lift your right leg so you're on your toes. The sole of your right foot comes to rest on the ankle of your left foot. And this might be where you're working on today. Really work on the balance with your drishti, standing up tall, abdominals drawn in. You might also be able to bring the sole of your foot to your calf. Doesn't matter if you can or you can't. If it's available to you today, then go for it. Or you can bring the sole of your foot up to the thigh of your left leg. The only rule I'm going to put into this play-based video today is not to have your sole of your foot against your knee. If you start to lose your balance and jump around while your sole of your foot's pressing into your kneecap, it can knock that bad boy out of place, and we do not want that. So if it is slipping down to your knee, then just bring it down to the calf. That's absolutely fine. So wherever you're at today, that's fine. Remember your drishti, and arms can be where you want. You might bring them to prayer or up overhead. You might be wobbling here. You might be falling out. Enjoy it. Kids, they love this pose and they don't get frustrated when they fall out. They just come straight back to it. So focus on doing the same with a smile every time you come out. Let's have 2 more really big breaths here. So inhaling deeply and exhale completely. And 1 more, inhaling deeply and exhale. Release. Oh, give the legs a big shake and wobble. And let's come to the other side. So feet together, big toes to touch. Finding your drishti, standing up tall, drawing in the abdominals and bringing the sole of your left foot to your ankle, to your calf, or up to your thigh. Wherever you're at today, hands wherever you like. Maybe hips, maybe prayer, maybe up and overhead, and have fun. At some point, as we grow up, our play kind of wanes and our ego kicks in. And then when we fall out, we become really frustrated and we just want to give up. We don't want to do it anymore. Work on finding that inner child that thinks it's funny, that thinks it's hilarious when you fall out, or that you're blowing in the breeze like a tree. We have 2 more breaths here. Big inhale. Big exhale, and again. Exhaling everything back down. Once you're all wobbled out, come back to stand with your hips, with your feet hip width distance apart. Bring your right leg in front of your left leg, and as you inhale, lift your hands up and overhead. Exhale, folding forward over your legs, knees bent as much as you need. Hands come towards the floor. They can be hanging. They can touch the floor if you reach. And breathe here. So calming. Forward folds. Check you're not holding any tension by giving your head a bit of a shake. Just feel the tension just drain out through your fingertips. On your next inhale, bend your knees even more, look forwards and rise back up to arms overhead and then back down to prayer. Bring your feet back to hip width distance and let's take it to the other side. So this time, left leg over the right leg. Inhale. Arms up overhead. Exhale, folding from your hips into forward fold and breathe. Shake your head, bend your knees as much as you need. Enjoy the stretch. This time on your inhale, you're going to look forward, bend your knees again, but this time bend all the way until you come to a nice seated position. We're going to set ourselves up ready for boat pose. So, soles of the feet to the mat. Place your hands behind your thighs like we did those roly-polies. And you're going to, first off, focus on drawing in your abdominals, so pulling your belly to the up and back to your spine and lifting the chest up. And see how you just get that a lengthening through the back? And that's going to be your focus, lifting the chest and drawing in the abdominals throughout this. So what you're going to do now is roll back so you're on the edges of your sits bones is the politically correct term, but in light of today's practice, let's say your butt bones. So you're right on the back there. You might be able to have your hands behind your legs as you do that, or you might have them placed on the ground. So we're going to start here at the first level. Again, focus on lifting your chest, drawing in the abdominals. If you're comfortable there, you might like to bring your hands behind your thighs and continue to work on that. So it gets quite a bit more challenging. So whatever level you're at, work on that. If this is comfortable for you and your chest is still lifted, you might like to put your hands out with your palms facing up. Focus on breathing here. Again, awesome place to be. You might even like to start to work with pointed toes on lifting one leg and then the other. Checking again that you're breathing, your chest is open, your abdominals are drawing in. Now, if you're comfortable there, you bring your legs together. Again, drawing everything in, and you might like to lift both legs up at the same time. So you're hovering there. Wherever you're at, that's absolutely fine. Whatever level, you're working really hard here and hopefully having fun. So let's have 3 more breaths together. Chest open, abdominals in, and breathing. And then slowly lower your feet back down to the mat. Place your hands behind you and let's just windshield wiper our legs out. So bringing both knees down to the left side of the mat. Your hip can come up here, that's absolutely fine. And then to the right. And then just gaining some speed there. So just going from side to side, like windscreen wipers. Great. So how can we not finish today's practice with the happiest of poses, happy baby pose? To do that, again, have your hands back on the backs of your thighs and let's slowly roll down vertebra by vertebra together. Bring the soles of your feet up to face the ceiling with your knees wide apart. Clap your hands into prayer here and reach in between your knees. The aim is to grab the outside of your feet, but what I really want is for your head to stay down on the mat and your shoulders to draw down to the mat. So if that's not available to you holding your feet, it's absolutely fine to take hold of your calves or your ankles, wherever you need. And just taking some deep breaths here, working on drawing your shoulders down to the mat and pulling your feet down while your feet press up. So you've got that nice counter pressure. And after a couple of breaths of stillness, play again. So this is where it really becomes like a baby. I've got a almost 6-month-old, so she does this all the time. So just move around. I mean, not many of us will be able to do what she does and bring our feet to our mouth. But just again, listen to your body and do what you need. kick one leg out and then the other, or roll from side to side. No rules, just play. And then when you're ready, bringing everything back in together, give yourself a big hug, bit of rolling. And we're going to finish off with a little bit of breath work, but make it fun in a comfortable seat of your choice. So if it's available to you, it's cross your legs over at your ankles and sit back in a kneeling position. But any seat is fine. So if that's not comfortable or available to you, you can sit cross-legged, legs out, whatever you like. Palms, press them into your legs so you get a nice opening of the chest again. And let's just take a deep breath in and out first. And this time we're going to do something called lion's breath. So breathe in normally. As you breathe out, you're going to stick out your tongue as far as you can, like so, and breathe out and shake your head around. Press down to open the chest, breathe in, and make it as silly as you can. Breathe in again. And one more time, breathe in. Excellent, beautiful stuff. I hope today's practice has just been a nice break from the seriousness and the stress of life at the moment. And it's just helped you reconnect with your inner child and have a bit of fun. Thank you so much for flowing with me, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.